Alright, we are at Cristy's. Good evening, Bourbon Quest. It's Black Friday. We're here in front of Cristy's liquor store. We got people in line. So it's Black Friday. All these bourbon hunters are out today trying to get some allocated bottles. As you can see, we'll be filming here today, doing an interview with Savan a little bit later. How long you get? What time did y'all guys get here?
5.
5? All right. Well, good luck. Good morning, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. We're here at Cristy's liquor store. It's about 8:45 in the morning on Black Friday. Savan's going to be opening up the doors here at 9 o'clock. I talked to the guys that were very first in line. They've been here since 5 a.m. People have lost their daggum minds, but hey, I hope they get what they're looking for. We'll be opening the doors, showing you what's being handed out. There's quite a line out there. When I got here around 8:30, 15 minutes before we open, and again, some of these people have been here since 5 a.m. Whew, that's some dedication. More power to you. Good luck, Bourbon Quest. We'll join back in here at Cristy's here in a little bit once the doors open and we start handing out some bottles. See you in a few. Alright, here we are, 15 minutes before they got to open. Line's been forming since 5 a.m. And they'll be opening up here in a few minutes. At least it's a pretty nice day out. They haven't been, sun's up, it's not raining, it's not too cold. And hopefully everybody gets a little something that they've been looking for. So we'll join back in a few. Thanks, Bourbon Quest. Here we are, Bourbon Quest. We got ready to get to open the doors.
Alright, which bottle are you after today?
Old Kirk.
Old Kirk.
Hey, you can just have everybody come in.
Shop around.
That's what I had our bottle from the last one.
We're ready to go.
Shared it with my
Just
son.
let them come in one by one.
You're waiting 4 hours for Old Kirk. That was a good one.
What did I do for you? We're going to go through Old Kirk pretty quick.
Same. And where's the bourbon next out?
Over there.
Thank you.
Wagon. Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
Everybody's coming after the allocated bottles today. We've got a good little system here with, they publish what bottles are going to be out, and customers come in, say which one they're looking for, and then Savan knows where they all are and hands them to Mike, who hands them to the customer. Pretty efficient process. Of course, you can get a look around Cristy's liquor store a little bit. Over here off of Rutler's Bike in Knoxville.
We got the whole barrel.
Thank you, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Come on, man. How you doing? Eagle Red. Eagle Red. There you go. Yeah, that'd be funny, right? 107. 107.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Blanton. Yes, sir. And the Elijah Craig.
114.7.
See, we got Elijah Craig. We have barrel proof. We just toasted.
Barrel proof?
Got barrel proof. Bardstown brand.
Bardstown? Oh, I had that, but you know, it's limit one, right? Okay, there we go.
We'll film for a few more minutes on handing these out, and then we'll take a little break. But just kind of giving you an idea of, you know, people out bourbon hunting on their own Bourbon Quest, as many of you are. So make sure, if you haven't, tune into Bourbon Quest, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and leave some comments. ring that bell for notifications. You'll get every video just like this one here today. Colonel Taylor going out. Give you a little bit more look around the store as people are now starting to check out.
I'll be right in.
And then we'll come back here in just a little bit, Bourbon Quest, but want to give you an idea of all the allocated bottles coming out. People have been here waiting in line since as early as 5 in the morning to get their bottles. What'd you get there? Knob Creek 15
here.
All right, good job. So it's going to be a good day on Black Friday. So be thankful for all the allocated bottles that they're giving out here. Well, not giving out, but selling here at Cristy's Liquor Store. It's quite an event, for sure. All right, we're going to tune out for now, Bourbon Quest. We'll come back in a little while, and we'll be sitting down with Savan a little bit for a one-on-one interview after all the allocation bottles have gone out and people start to go on their way. But anyways, again, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, safe Black Friday. Hope all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Thanks, Bourbon Quest. All right, Bourbon Quest, thought I'd give you another look around Cristy's Liquor Store with their good selection of bourbon. Sun's out a little bright, so I don't know how well this show up. Give you a little different angle. People still coming in. Still quite a bit of line even outside. Some of the bottles are already gone. Colonel Taylor's, a lot of people got the old Kirk, along with Blanton's. Antique 107's already gone. But there's still some good bottles out there, some hookers, and some other store picks. Savan does a great job with the store picks. If you watched the video that just came up at 9 a.m., we did that blind in the Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit store pick from Savan, even beat Dr. Russell's 13. All right, so there you go, Bourbon Quest. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Black Friday, and may all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Alright, everybody's mainly got most of their bottles now, just waiting in line to check out. Got all 4 registers open. Pleased with what they were able to get today. Smoke Wagon, Blanton's, Old Kirk, Eagle Rare, Antique 107, Weller Special Reserve, and Sam Houston, Boss Hog, Elijiah Craig Barrel Proof, Elijiah Craig Toasted Barrel. Again, just giving you an idea of most of the people are now just waiting in line to process their payment and get home to enjoy their Bourbon Quest. All right. Thanks, Bourbon Quest. All right, welcome, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. I'm here today with Savan Patel, the owner at Cristy's Liquor Store, along with his employee, Mike. It is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, so I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope you're enjoying your Black Friday. They did a big allocation drop, which we'll be showing on Bourbon Quest along with this interview with Savan. When I got here at 8:30, they were opening at 9. The guys at the front of the line had been standing there since 5 a.m. And they got had quite a few allocations. You'll see that in the video. And maybe a little over an hour to get everybody through here. So it was a pretty efficient. Didn't run out of things for those people that were in line, so that's always good. And anyways, I wanted to get a perspective from Savan as a liquor store owner. But to start off with, Savan, how long have you owned Cristy's Liquor Store?
4 years.
4 years?
4 years.
All right. And what are the biggest challenges you've seen over the last 4 to 5 years as a liquor store owner?
Getting supplies, number one issue. I guess that's what's creating the secondary prices.
Right.
Is short supplies. It's the number one biggest thing challenge, as I would say, to get hold of these bourbons, Blantons, Weller 107, Buffalo Trace Water, etc.
Yeah, the supply is just not able to meet the demand, right?
Right. That's what creating the secondary pricing. What I feel like, and that's what's drawing people here to stand in line is what I feel like is is number one thing, they're really hard to get. Number two thing, the prices matters. What I think that's why people will show up here early is prices. We are always an MSRP store.
Right.
People love our selection as well.
And that's one of the things I like about coming to Christie's and Savan. Not only is he very personal, but he's not trying to take advantage of bourbon questers like myself. He's just, you know, trying to be a solid business owner, selling it at a fair price, and making sure that he takes care of those people that take care of him throughout the year.
Right.
What you know, and when I've gone up to Kentucky, I know that Buffalo Trace and all the others are trying to be able to meet that demand with supply, with expanding their production and expanding their warehouses. But you know, as we know with bourbon, that just doesn't happen overnight. Is this bourbon wave going to be able to continue to when the supply does continue? Is the demand still going to be there, or do you see that starting to drop off at any point, or what's your perspective on that?
More people are loving this bourbon nowadays. So as far as reaching a demand, it'll still be a while, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Good. What do you equate the reasons for this somewhat craziness for bourbon over the last 4 or 5 years or so? What do you think's been driving that?
Social media.
Social media? Yeah. I think you're right. You know, with all these different Knoxville Bourbon Society here in Knoxville, plus, you know, there's those types of groups all over different parts of the country, letting people know when things drop and creating more of that. And I think one of the biggest things too, you can maybe speak on this, Mike or Savan, is that FOMO effect, that fear of missing out.
Right.
Well, this is why people were lined up at 5 o'clock.
Because they don't want to miss out on. And what were the first bottles that they got this morning?
How often we get Antique 107 probably about 4 or 5 times a year. We don't get that, right?
Right.
So how often are you going to see that bottle on shelf? Never. If you do see one, then it's there for maybe an hour, 2 hours.
And that's lowest.
Because it's very limited supply. They're not going to sit there for long.
But I know the guys I saw coming in first in line, they were grabbing your old Kirk store pick.
Old Kirk, yeah. That's another one. That's another one that people go after because that's one-time release per year, and very selective store gets it.
Right.
So that's also another bottle that.
I think another thing that you do well, Savan, and you can speak to this too, Mike, is that you do a great job with giving customers great store picks, and you let them sample them. And how many store picks do you do a year, typically?
So when I first started, very first year I did 1 barrel pick.
Oh, wow.
This year alone, over 20.
Over 20.
Goal is to do 50 next year.
Wow. And I think that brings a lot of value. You get some more unique offerings through those store picks. And I have to say, you do an excellent job. I did on Thanksgiving the Wild Turkeys lineup, and your Kentucky Spirit store pick from last year beat out the Russell's 13 by blind.
So,
and I think sometimes people overlook
speak on that. When we do barrel picks, the value for the bourbon itself is much higher than a lot of the bottles we get on the shelf, because those bottles are just as good. Because we have tried, we make sure that our store picks are good enough to put on a shelf before we get it in. So we bring a lot of good value to single barrel store pick. And Mike's doing a great job when it comes to that. We're figuring out why is the single barrel store pick that we bring here is the best for us.
Yeah, and I have to agree that the store picks that I've had from your store, they stand up to any of the allocated stuff that people wait in line for on a regular basis.
This year alone, we have rejected how many different brands we have rejected that we felt like that weren't good enough to put in the store. Now, barrel pick itself, it's really hard to get too, but we are rejecting barrels just to make sure that we get the right barrel in the store.
Making sure you're providing that quality to your customer.
Yes,
There's more about it than the name, but also on a quality product. Just because it's got a big name doesn't mean the single barrel is going to be good. We go to extraordinary lengths to make sure that we're picking just the right barrels for our customers here.
Absolutely. What are some of the frustrations that you deal with on a regular basis as a store owner? Other than, I know you mentioned supply, but what are some other frustrations you deal with as a store owner?
You see more than I do.
The biggest frustration that we have is that everybody has the exact same list, and we can't keep the things that are on the list.
Right.
But we have truck chasers. Truck chasers are extremely important because all they want is that bottle of gas. We want to save these things for our year-round customers, the ones who actually keep it for us.
And what about when people call the store asking if you've got well over Blantons?
This happens 30 times a day. We've grown accustomed to it.
And that's the thing is, man, if you are going to go searching for that stuff, at least take the time to go into the store, talk to either the store owner or one of the employees like Mike, and maybe they don't have Blantons or well over that day, but they can lead you to something else. But definitely don't be calling, harassing them because they're not going to be.
I would say they're not harassing, to be honest. When we get a call, we're very straight up. It's like, okay, so we have Bourbon Club here. We will let you know a day ahead that we're going to release this mix. Because we gotta remember, we don't get that stuff every day.
Right.
And when we get it, it's very small quantity. It's not enough to go around. We pick certain days throughout the year that we're going to release these bottles, and it's gonna be a little bit first come, first serve. But what happened today? Every person showed up, got a bottle of something that is really hard to get. And we make sure here that when we release it, every single person that comes here gets to something really nice.
I think that's great. What do you think sets you apart from your competition?
Prices, I would say. And everybody has different business ideas that they're using. I think prices that I take care of my customers. That's the number one thing. If somebody comes in and they're looking for something really good bourbon, we going to get them a good bourbon of our selection. So customer service is number one thing. Prices is number two. Is what's
all right. And one more question here is any advice that either one of you would give to bourbon questers like myself that are searching these bottles of bourbon?
Yeah, forget the list. We have so many very fine bourbons on this wall, and our barrel picks are always excellent. It doesn't have to be Blanton or Wagon. There's an entire world of bourbon that you can explore. And we can help you explore it by giving you samples of all of our barrels. But if you pigeonhole yourself to just Weller and Buffalo Trace products, then you're missing out on an entire world of good bourbon.
Yeah, I agree. You're missing out, and you're just going to leave disappointed.
You just had mentioned that you did a blind taste of Wild Turkey products where this store pick.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the one we did last year that you felt like was much better than a lot of the other hard to get bottles.
This is a store pick that they did of Wild Turkey, Kentucky Spirit, single barrel store pick, and yeah, as Savan said, I did it blind against 4 other Wild Turkeys, and this beat out even the latest Russell's Reserve 13. So yeah, it's excellent.
And this is a single barrel store pick we have done last year.
Well, Savan, I appreciate your time. I appreciate what you offer the Knoxville community, Bourbon Society, and everything that are on these searches. Before we wrap up here on Bourbon Quest, anything else that either one of you'd like to share with the people watching?
Well, thanks for y'all guys. You make it fun. I enjoy this. So if you're not there, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be doing something else.
Anything else from you, Mike?
Just come in. I'll give you a sample. We will absolutely find you something good here at Christie's.
All right. Hey, thanks Bourbon Quest. I hope you've been able to get some good information. Hope you're enjoying Black Friday. And, you know, as I always say on Bourbon Quest, you know, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Thanks for tuning. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave a comment, ring that bell for notifications. That way you'll know each and every time we release a video. And again, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, good luck out there, Bourbon Quest.
Appreciate
See ya.
It, man. Thanks.
Yeah.